Welcome, Grooners. In this show, I'll be talking about how to use races as part of your training towards marathon. Cue me getting changed into something a bit more comfortable. Oh, yes, Chim Grooners, and welcome to my latest vlog. My name is Donato, aka The Reluctant Guru. If you need to know more about me, click on the About page here on my YouTubes, or check me out on the social meds, Run Guru Run, on both Twitter and Instagram. Find a nice comfy position here. I thought I'd do this one in my van again. Yesterday's was in the van, today's in the van. So yeah, today is Saturday. Tomorrow I have another race. If you've been following me regularly, you know that last Sunday I had the Keyworth Turkey Trot Half Marathon. And I used that race as part of my training towards my marathons at Boston and London. And tomorrow I have the Rugeley 10. And as the word implies, the Rugeley 10 is 10-mile race over at Rugeley in Staffordshire. So I'll be using that also as part of my training. So in this vlog, I'll be talking about how I use these races as part of my training. Let's get on with it. Woo! Ooh. That's better. That's better. I think the leg over on this side feels much more comfortable. Oh, yes, I got my hookers. Yeah. And yes, I did go for a little training run this morning. So yeah, that was very good. So yeah, I'm all ready and raring to go. So I hope you are too. So how, for a marathon as part of our training plan, and I always say that we have a training plan as part of a marathon. So I'm making a grand assumption here that whilst many of us may still be beginners or novices or whatever, that we do have a training plan. And as part of that training plan, we know that we have what we call long runs on a Saturday or Sunday. For me, it's the Sunday as much as possible. Obviously, if there's family commitments or other things, I may need to move it to a Saturday. I don't think I've ever had to move it to a weekday as such, but my longest long runs are normally at the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. So tomorrow, the Rugeley 10, it's a 10-miler, and tomorrow on my training plan it says 30k, which is, what's 30k? That's about 18 miles, somewhere around there, 18 miles. So if I'm doing 10 miles, obviously I'm going to be 8 miles short. So as part of my training, I will use that Rugeley 10 as part of my training, as I've done with the Keyworth Turkey Trot. I didn't race it as a half marathon race. I weren't going for any half marathon PBs or anything like that. So it's a completely different mindset of racing a race or using it as a training part of your training plan towards your marathon race. So for me, obviously last week I went out and came in bang on 1 hour 30. Really happy with that. Nice steady pace all the way through. And then after the actual race, I went out and done a few more extra kilometres to take it up to my long run distance. And I'll do the same tomorrow at Rugeley 10. Now I don't know whether I'll do a few miles beforehand as warm up at easy pace, but tomorrow I have a steady pace to run at, and I know that pace, and I will just run at that pace. As much as I would love to win an age category as I did last week again, it'd be fabulous to win. It always is, isn't it? Winning is great. It makes you feel good. So whilst it would be good to win that race, I'm going out there as part of a training, so I have a set pace. I know how I feel at that pace, so I'll run on feel. I always run on feel. That's how I've run always from the very beginning, period. Always been on feel. That's why I train. That's why we train. When we train to see how we feel, and then when we know how we feel, that's how we run. Does that make sense? I might do a whole vlog about feeling the force. It's all about feel the force. How do you feel? And there's a lot more talk about people talking about running on feel, how I always wear a pair of training shoes that feel good on me, Not that they look good or that they're a particular brand or anything. It's all about the feel. So I quickly digressed there on feel. So tomorrow I'll be running the Rugeley 10 on feel, on a certain pace, and that's part of my training plan. So that's how I use races as part of the training. So sometimes there might be midweek races and you might need to do a particular tempo run for 5k or 10k. So you might find a local race that's a 5k or 10k and use that race as a tempo run. For me personally, what I find great about half marathons and 10-mile races is it's a good enough distance, and because it's a longer distance, for me it's so much easier running a long distance with other people who are running at the same pace as you, don't you think? So that's one of the great positive effects of being at races, and it's great fun. I love meeting other runners, having a chat with them as we're racing along, and that's how I run. Yeah, it's that's me. So if you do see me on a race and we're having a good chat, that's good fun. So I do like having a fun on the races. So if you have seen my race vlogs, I do a fair bit of talking, singing. That's me. I hope you found this useful. So using races as part of your training plan is a great way of helping us to get out there and do the longer miles for those. And I always go for finding races that are local to me, where I am at that time or at that weekend. So yes, that's it, Grooners. I hope you found that useful. If you have, give it a thumbs up, leave some positive comments below, and let me know if you use races as part of your training plan and what races you've got coming up. And I do hope that you're enjoying these, and if you are new to this channel, I would greatly encourage you to subscribe and enjoy my running shenanigans and my journey towards my first ever Boston Marathon and London Marathon this April 2018. Thank you and good night. And remember, guys, wherever you are, whatever you do, keep running! Yeah! Thank you for watching. Are you still here? Thank you. Really appreciate your support. Keep on sharing the Guru love, and let's spread out there and enjoy the love of running. Thank you. Good night. Oh yeah, and if you are still here and you are new, be sure to subscribe. Yeah? Have you subscribed? Thank you.